Hello, this is Brave Sir Robin coming to you from Parts Unknown. Last time I did a video, I did an unpackaging of the Gremlins Gizmo's Great Escape game. This time I'm going to show off how it's played. Now let's set it up. So here we have the little board. There's not a whole lot of variety to it. It's kind of small. I think somebody with a creative mind could make their own board, and then maybe even make it a bit bigger, have a few more traps around. I think it could end up being pretty fun if anybody ever feels like doing that. You can see there's little trap tiles. That's where I noticed before they had scenes from the movie, and I'm like, here's the blender scene, there's the famous microwave scene, and there's where the Gremlins throw knives at Billy Peltzer's mother, and various scenes like that. And you can see the exit, that's your goal. And the Gremlin spaces, that's where the Gremlins go. And you can see the starting point. Here's the starting point for Gizmo, so I'm going to put him right there. I'm going to put Stripe right here. And I'm just going to put the Gremlins around. Like I said, there's no difference between the Gremlins game-wise, so whatever you want to put there, you can just put there. Still think it would have been nice if they added a little bit of variety in the Gremlins. Like, there was countless possibilities, even from the first movie, but they did what they could. I mean, if the game was a big enough hit, they'd make more to it. So now let's start an actual game. The rules actually state Gizmo goes first. So I start by drawing this card. I read the card. It says, move Gizmo 3 spaces and move move one Gremlin 1 space each. You may be wondering, why does you have to move a Gremlin? Well, if you're playing as Gizmo, you want to move the Gremlins away from you, where Gizmo wants to make it towards the exit. Usually it's actually in your interest to move him towards a trap, so I think that's what a player playing as Gizmo would probably do, try to move him right there. Then the Stripe player, you read Stripe's half of the card, move Stripe 2 spaces, and move 2 Gremlins 1 each. So I'm going to move Stripe 2. I think Stripe would make a nice little beeline right towards Gizmo because he hates his guts. And move 2 Gremlins 1 each. So I'm going to try to catch him this way, try to box him in so he can't get past the traps. The game actually ends if Gizmo or Stripe touches a trap because, well, why would you want them to die anyway? I mean, that's to keep you boxed in somewhat. So move Gizmo 3 spaces. Not a whole lot of choices for him right now. I think he can't move diagonally, so he's going to... I really don't know what Gizmo should do right here. I think he's in trouble. Move 3 Gremlins 1 space each. I think they're going to surround him. And this one's going to move in too. Move Stripe 2 spaces, move Gremlin 1. I just won the game, so there you go. Stripe wins because the Gremlin caught up to him. Usually, though, I mean, you can see that's how quick a game can go. Usually you can get them to the exit without a whole lot of effort. It's pretty easy to kill off a Gremlin if you really want to. And then they'll clear the board a bit, then they're out of the game altogether. And like I said, it plays really fast. One time when I was playing this, it was our first times playing. I played like 3 games in maybe 25 minutes or so. So that's Gremlins, Gizmo's Great Escape. It's a fun little game. I got it for dirt cheap off of eBay. You can probably find it at a hobby store anywhere for a good price too. I think it's worth picking up. It's not something I would buy for like a game night where you're just playing this. Like, you're not going to call up a friend and say, come over, we'll play Gizmo's Great Escape for 5 hours. But suppose you're like in between rounds of another game, you're waiting for other people to play. Something good to just throw down and just have a little fun with. It can get pretty wild actually. I like it. I actually highly recommend this game. So this is Brave Sir Robin signing off.